Hello students, in the last class we have discussed about congruence modulo relation and already we have seen that it is an equivalence relation, means it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Today we will see if congruence modulo relation is an equivalence relation and we have proved an equivalence relation partitions a set into disjoint equivalence classes. So here we will see how congruence modulo relation partitions the set of integers. It was defined in the set of integers. So how it partitions that? What are the equivalence classes, distinct equivalence classes? Let us see. Okay. So first, yes, Z was the set of integers, R was this Mn such that M is congruent to N mod 5 we have taken. What are the distinct equivalence classes? Let us see. Suppose I will take equivalence class of 0, congruence modulo 5. 5, this represents equivalence class. Equivalence class. And here it is 5 means it is the equivalence class for congruence modulo 5. Congruence modulo 5. That means n will be related to n if m minus n is divisible by 5. Yes. Let us find out the equivalence classes of 0. Yes. That first 0 will be there. 0 must be there because it is reflexive. 0 must be there. Right? After 0, you see 5 minus 0. 5 divisible by 5, 10 minus 0, 10 divisible by 5. So which will be the members? 5, 10, 15, 20 like this. And before this, you see minus 5 is equal minus 5 minus 0 is equal to what? Minus 5. Minus 5 minus 0 minus 5. So it is divisible by 5. Similarly, minus 10, 5 into minus 2, minus 15, 5 into minus 3. So, here 0, minus 5, minus 10, minus 15, like this. You see the sequence. All are multiples of 5. This is the equivalence class of 0. Because these elements are related to 0 with the relation congruence modulo of 5. Clear? Now let us find out the equivalence class of 1. Equivalence class of 1. Yes. 1 must be there. 1 must be there because the relation is reflexive. So 1 should be related to 1 itself. So 1 is a member of that class. Yes, 1. After 1, yes, when m will be related to n? If m minus n is divisible, means is equal to 5k, right? M minus n is equal to 5k. Here 1, yes, m minus 1 is equal to 5k. Okay? M minus 1. So m is equal to kete? You see here. M will be related to n if m minus n is equal to 5. Okay. So m is equal to what? 5k plus n. 5k plus n. Suppose our n is 1. our m is 1. M is equal to 5k plus 1. K may be any integer. K may be 0, 1, 0. If it is 0, then the number is, put k is equal to 0 here. It is 1. Right? Then k is equal to 2. For k is equal to 2, it is 5 into 2, 10 plus 1, 11. Then 5 into 3 plus 1, 16. Similarly, 21 like this. This is the equivalence class of 1. Right? Equivalence class of 1. Right? After this, if k is equal to 0, m is equal to 1. For k is equal to minus 1, k is any integer. K is any integer. So take k is equal to minus 1. Minus 5 plus 1, what will be? It will be, arrange it in proper order. 1, 6, 11, right? Yes. Then minus 4. Then minus 9. Minus 14. Yes. 5k. 5 into 1 plus 1. 5 into 2 plus 1. 5 into 3 plus 1. 5 into 4 plus 1. 5 into minus 1 plus 1. 5 into minus 2 plus 1. Right? This way. Similarly, 2. Equivalence class of 2. 2 must be there. For k is equal to 0, it is 5k. M is equal to here. M is equal to 5k plus 1. Here m is equal to 5k. Here m is equal to 5k plus 2. Right? So it will be 2 itself. For k is equal to 0, it is 2. It is 1, 7, 12, 17, 22 like this. And to the left, for k is equal to minus 1, minus 5 plus 2 means minus 3. Minus 3, minus 8, minus 13 like this. You see, put different values of k, you will get these numbers. Then equivalence class of 3. Yes, the members will be m is equal to 5k plus 3. 5k plus 3. Right? M minus 3 should be divisible by 5. M minus 3 should be divisible by 5. So m is equal to, in the form, 5k plus 3. 5k plus 3. So yes, for k is equal to 0, it is 3 itself. Then for 1, it is 8, 13, 18, 23 like this. And for k is equal to minus 1, minus 5 plus 3, it is minus 2, minus 7, minus 12 like this. This is the equivalence class of 3. Now equivalence class of 4. Yes, it is in which form? M is equal to 5k plus 4. That is, m minus 4 should be divisible by 5. M minus 4 should be divisible by 5. So here m is equal to 5k plus, for k is equal to 0, it is 4. It is 4. Then it is 9. K is equal to 1. 5 plus 4, 9. 2, 14, 19, 24 like this. And it is, for k is equal to minus 1, it is minus 1. Minus 5 plus 4, minus 5 plus 4, minus 1. Minus 1, minus 6, minus 11 like this. This is equivalence class of 4. Now let us find out the equivalence class of 5. You see, equivalence class of 5 with congruence modulo 5. What will happen? It is 5k plus 5. M is equal to 5k plus 5. Means it is a multiple of 5. Multiple of 5. 5 into k plus 1. So what will be this? 5, 10, 15, all are. And here 0, minus 5, minus 10, minus like this. You see, this equivalence class is exactly the equivalence class of 0. Equivalence class of 0. Similarly, you can find the equivalence class of 6. 6 means it will be m is equal to 5k plus 6. That can be written as 5k plus 5 plus 1. That is 5 into k plus 1 plus 1. Multiple of 5 plus 1. Multiple of 5 plus 1 is this will be same as equivalence class of 1. This is equivalence class of 0. And this is same as equivalence class of 1. You see. Also in the theorem, in the proposition, we have seen, say 5 belongs to the equivalence class of 0. So equivalence class of 5 must be equal to equivalence class of 0. We have seen it practically here. And since 6 belongs to the equivalence class of 1, it must be equal to the equivalence class of 1. Like this. So you see, from here the equivalence classes will be repeated. We will not get any other distinct equivalence class, but any other equivalence class other than these 5. So you see, these are the equivalence class of 0, equivalence class of 1, equivalence class of 2, equivalence class of 3, equivalence class of 4. These 5 equivalence classes are the distinct equivalence classes. You see, they are non-empty. Clear? They are non-empty. None of them is empty. Second thing, no two have any common element. कौनसी दुईटार किसी भी common element नहीं. No two have any common element. Yes, any two you may take. There is no common element. And their union. What will be their union? You count here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Like this. It will continue up to infinity, right? Again here from to the left. 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8. Like this, it will also extend towards minus infinity, right? So, union of all these sets, all these equivalence classes is equal to the set of integers. That means equivalence class of 0, union equivalence class of 1, union equivalence class of 2, union equivalence class of 3, union equivalence class of 4. This is equal to the set of integers. The set of integers. So, yes, if you will take P is equal to equivalence class of 0, equivalence class of 1, equivalence class of 2, equivalence class of 3, equivalence class of 4, yes, P is a partition. P satisfies all the conditions of a partition of Z. So, this is a partition of the set of integers. Thus, congruence modulo 5 forms a partition of the set of integers. Similarly, if you take congruence modulo 3, then you will get 3 distinct equivalence classes. Which are they? Equivalence class of 0, equivalence class of 1, equivalence class of. These 3 will form the partition of the set of integers. Okay? This forms the partition of the set Z, the set of integers. So, if congruence modulo 7, we will get 7 distinct equivalence classes. Which are they? They are the equivalence class 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 6, not 7. Because equivalence class of 7 will be equal to equivalence class of 0. Right? Okay. This is the way we can find the partition of a set from the equivalence relation. Okay. Now, yes. Now we'll solve some examples, of course, from your exercise. We can do it either from NCERT book or from Elements of Mathematics, which is prescribed by the Council of Higher Secondary Education Odisha and NCERT. Okay, let us see. Yes. Now, from this, suppose there is a question number 11, from Elements of Mathematics. From Elements of Mathematics, question number 11, find the least positive integer. Find the least positive integer for which r such that 185, yes, 185 belongs to the equivalence class of congruence modulo 7, right? Congruence modulo 7. Okay? Congruence modulo 7. So 185, when it belongs to the equivalence class of R? Already we have seen. What was R? R is nothing but the remainder. The remainder obtained by dividing the number with the help of, say here 7, there 5. If we divide an integer by 5, there is 5 remainders: 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Similarly, if you will divide an integer by 7, the remainder will be 0, 1, 2, 3 up to maximum 6. So, R is nothing but the remainder. So, let us divide 185 by 7. 7, 2, 14 minus 4, 5, 6, 42, 3. The remainder is 3. So here R is equal to 3. That means 185 belongs to the equivalence class of 3. Okay? In this way, if it is asked, then you can solve in this way. Suppose I will take another example. Suppose minus 3, second question, minus 375 belongs to equivalence class of R with congruence modulo 11. Congruence modulo 11. What will happen? It is a negative number, but the remainder, you know from the division algorithm, the remainder must be a non-negative number, and it is less than the divisor. It is always less than the divisor, right? So here, what will happen if we divide 375? Let us see by 11. 3 is 33 minus, it is 4, 5, 4, 44, 1. So 375 is equal to 11 34 into 11 into 34 plus 1. So minus 375. Minus 375 will be what? 11 into minus 34 minus 1. Okay? But remainder cannot be negative. So what we do? It is 11 into minus 34 minus 11 plus 10. We can do it. Minus 1 instead of minus 1. We can minus 11 plus 10. So it is 11 into minus 34 minus 1 plus 10. That is 11 into minus 35 plus 10. So what is the remainder? While we are dividing minus 375 by 11, the remainder will be 10. 10 in Oriya it is called Bhaga Shesha. Remainder will be 10. So here yes, so R is equal to 10. Okay, in this way you can find. Now then we will do some exercise from some problems from the exercise of NCERT book, right? NCERT book. Okay, do you understand? Yes. Yes. In question number first exercise, question number 2. Question number 2. There is a question. So that the relation R, set of order pairs AB such that A less than equal to B square is neither reflexive nor symmetric nor transitive in the set of real numbers R. Right? To avoid confusion, we can write F. It is given R, so we will write. So don't confuse between the relation R and the set R. Here this is the relation R, which is defined on the set of real numbers R. Okay? The set is very important. So here the set is the set of real numbers R. Okay? So yes, let us test whether it is reflexive, symmetric or transitive or not. How? First, to test reflexive, it is given A less than equal to B.